different people. You mentioned something about a spiritual boy. Is that the current guy you're seeing?
No,
That's
this was a guy that when I broke up with my toxic boyfriend, I met this guy from mutual friends. Like my old boss, he's friends with him. And it's crazy because I didn't know there was spiritual, like F-boys. Like I was like, what? Like
they're spiritual.
It's crazy to me because it's like
F-boys?
He seems like a really nice, like, you would expect spiritual people to be like, okay, you know what? Like I want with my soulmate. I don't want to like, and they're not going to play games with you, right? No.
They will.
But
Even
they
in
will.
the Christian community, I mean,
Wait,
there's
when you say spiritual, what do you
Okay,
mean
so
religious or do you mean
think
like
no.
Do you mean
heart
religious?
Like,
chakras,
he's-
fucking
yeah,
yogi
yeah.
type shit? Okay.
That was so, do it.
So cringe.
That was so cringe.
Spiritual boy, so like heart chakras, stones.
So
and
this
shit.
guy has done, ayahuasca?
Oh.
He's done it 4 times.
Is
Like he told me, he's like, I don't believe in therapy because like I do ayahuasca and
Does he do crystals?
crystals guy.
The way this house, oh my god, it was like crazy to me. You enter his house, above the fireplace there's a lion that has so many colors because they have like this UV light that shines into it. One time I went to his party and he had like a bowl of shrooms, just casually, like people could just do shrooms however they want. You go ahead,
Shrooms and mushrooms?
his kitchen
Yeah.
was yellow.
Oh, okay.
Was he like witchy? Like what did he believe in?
He believed that you can get cured with like ayahuasca and the spiritual and like going to Burning Man and
So spiritual.
spiritual. Sure. I was like,
Okay.
sure. Okay. He was like telling me all this stuff, and obviously like I'm stupid and I fell for it. Like he was like, yeah, I'm a Christian. He had like a little like.
At least you're self-aware.
Well, you can wear a cross. That doesn't mean anything.
Exactly.
Swag.
And yeah, and the way that he just like portrayed himself was so different. Like he just lied though. Like if you're spiritual and stuff like that, he lied about it. He's like, I was like, where? Oh, he's like, yeah, I have a Tesla, but my brother's borrowing it. So he's using his mentor's Tesla, and I'm like, if you need a car, then why don't you ask your brother to give your Tesla back? Dude, he just portrayed like he was like this crypto guy that was like like, oh my god, like I have all this money, I'm like an investor, whatever. And I was like, okay, where's your money? He's like, oh, I put it all in crypto, like it's all in Bitcoin.
Okay, question for you. So you said this was after you broke up with your current ex.
Yeah.
So this was within the past 2 months. that
Yes.
You were involved with the spiritual fuckboy.
Yes.
Did y'all sleep
Did you-
together?
What?
Did you sleep together?
How long did it
no.
last? How long did it last?
Probably like a month after I figured out that like he was like,
No,
don't-
but you
don't
didn't
duck-
sleep together?
Don't duck the question.
oh
Did you guys hook up?
no,
I don't believe that.
like I was like
Why
after
did
that.
I don't believe that.
You hung out just one time?
No. We hung out like it was like max like 3 times, like 2 times, and he like third date, and I was like, this is weird to me.
Be honest. You guys
Like-
hooked up. Come on.
No, I ghosted him.
Okay, wait.
After you hooked up.
No.
Come on.
No.
Third base. A little blowy action. A little blowy.
Anyways, no.
No blowy.
She said no. We just
Zero
say
blowies.
No.
We
Did
just say
he-
no.
Where did y'all meet?
Did
We
he do
did
you?
shower together though.
Bro, you're so full of shit. You are so full of shit. You showered together naked on ayahuasca. Did you guys take ayahuasca? No,
No,
I love it. I
I'm
love how
such-
I love
like a
how
retreat.
open and honest you've
I
been
am
this
she's
entire
very
show.
Was
open.
this in
She's very
between? So you
passionate.
broke up with the guy 2 months ago.
Yeah.
And then you met up with this dude.
Because I really thought
A
this
couple
guy
of
was,
times.
Yeah. I really thought this guy was like a really nice guy. Like he really said like, you know what, like I'm a traditional man. Like I really want to provide for my family. He kept saying like, oh, you would be such a good wife. Like I want you to have my kids.
Did your current guy that you're like toxic
Riz.
ex / not ex
Do you
know
think a
that
little
you
like
went and hung out with
manipulative?
him?
Yeah, I told him the truth. I was honest. You know, I was honest with him. Like, you know what, I did that and it was a mistake. You know, because I figured out that he was just weird. Like he didn't text me for 4 days. Like, you know, he wasn't consistent. Like he was just like so weird. I'm like, I'm so confused. And there was like this part where like he just like he was so inconsistent. Like one time I hanged out with him at a mall and we were just talking, but we weren't even making, he wasn't even making eye contact with me. He was looking at
Based.
other people while he was talking to me.
That's so based. Just like you're not even worth looking at. I'm just gonna.
And he just randomly he gets up and he's like, I think I'm gonna go hang out with my brother. And so funny. His brother doesn't answer him. And I was like, okay. We walk to like the main street. And then he's like, okay, I'm going to go hang out with my friend. I'm like, you didn't even tell me like, hey, like it was a great time, blah, blah, blah. Like he just like, you know what? I was unbothered. I was like, okay, bye. And I just walked off.
Wait, so okay. How soon after breaking up with, and I put very strong air quotes on breaking up with your toxic ex, how soon after breaking up with him did you get involved with spiritual fuckboy?
I think it was a month after.
A month after.
It's like 4 weeks ago.
Granted, you were still
No, this
involved
was
with
like-
your ex.
Like in the months of like June, July.
Okay, so you showered with him,
Yeah.
but you didn't sleep with him.
No.
Under which context would you shower with somebody?
I don't know. Somewhere.
You fucked him. Come on, be honest.
No,
just
I
be
didn't.
honest. You just don't want to say you fucked him because you're still in this weird situationship.
No, I didn't.
With your current. Why are you showering naked with him?
Because I can sustain like my sexuality. I'm not gonna like.
But why?
I can't-
Hold on. In some universe, I could imagine you guys were at the beach together, and you showered together for some reason with your trunks. He had his trunks on. You were in your bikini, but you hadn't had sex yet. But you were comfortable showering naked together.
Because I told him I wasn't gonna do that.
So, as a consolation prize, you
I think
showered
yeah.
with him naked.
Yeah.
That would do nothing for me personally. I get to shower
spiritual
naked
people,
with a
I don't
girl.
know,
Wow,
like-
that's great. I'd rather just
Maybe
not
he just
do that and
needed-
have a pleasant shower without you stealing all the hot water.
For real.
Out of here.
I mean, it wasn't stealing because, to be honest, he lives rent free. So
He lives rent free. Where
his mentor's house.
I'm not
Oh.
trying to make a point about the utilities here. I'm just. Hello. Okay, so. It's more so just like if you're showering with someone, it's kind of like, yo, go in the corner, lady. I'm trying to fucking shower here.
he wasn't like that though. He was like, I mean, he's 20. Like he's in his 20s.
Did y'all touch each other
I
in
just
the
want to like,
shower?
what's the point of showering together?
wash your hair next to each other.
Were you guys
It's like the same thing as Christians. They rub on each other, but when
Oh,
they're
s-
wearing clothes, like it's the same. Oh my god.
Are you talking about like Mormon soaking? Or
Yeah.
whatever?
like that.
Wait, did you soak?
No, he's not Mormon.
Doesn't mean you can't get a little soaking
Oh my
action
Jesus.
in.
Okay, so
Hey,
it was an
don't
instant.
use the word, the Lord's
I would
name.
still
in
say that's
vain.
intimate.
Maybe
He's seeing
Maybe
you
he did
No,
that
but the thing
because
is,
it
like-
was the most he could get from you. Maybe.
Pretty much
it's
no,
still like an intimate
because he
moment.
actually texted me a couple like weeks ago. He's like, remember this? And he sent me a picture where I was really traumatized like that night. And
The shower night?
No. There was a night where I got really high to the point where I cut like
Guys.
getting high. Like I don't want to do weed anymore. Like I was paranoid. Like I was so paranoid that I wanted to call the cops on him
Wait,
because it was a second date. You know, and I was like, oh, I want to relax a little bit. Like, let me take something to like, because I was having a lot of anxiety.
yeah, weed can trigger fucking
Yeah,
panic attacks
and I realized that,
anxiety.
and I was like, I don't want to do that anymore. Like that doesn't work for me. Like,
But you ended
know-
up smoking the weed.
No, it was inedible.
Oh,
like it was like
like-
a lollipop. I didn't like. It was just like, yeah,
You had an edible, and then
Yeah.
you had a green out. Is that what it's
What is
called?
it?
A green
yeah,
out?
and
Green-
it
green
wasn't
out.
the fact that like I was at a stranger's
Wait,
house.
but hold on. You wanted to call the cops because you were freaking the fuck out on weed?
Yeah, because whenever you're
What?
like,
You can do that.
yeah, like I was freaking out. I
But
was
you
like,
wanted to call the cops on him?
yeah, because I was so scared that he like kind of like did something to it.
Like roofied it.
Like drug
Yeah.
you or something. Yeah.
Like I was scared because it's like this never happens kind of to me. Like it never happens. Like I never
Did you smoke
get-
weed a lot?
not really. But when I did, I wasn't like that though. Like
I mean, that's a thing. I mean,
Well,
actually,
if you
when
could
I was
possibly just take too much, it could get you like
Yeah.
yeah.
I
well,
probably
especially
did
with
take a lot.
edibles, it's
Yeah.
like,
Different
Oh,
strains
I don't
are
fuck with
paranoid.
edibles.
but the way that he
Yeah.
handled it was so scary to me. Like the fact that like
was he high? Well, he might have been high too.
he's probably never gonna see this podcast. Oh my god, please don't see this podcast. You're still
Wait.
a good person, I promise.
Did he take an edible too?
Yeah, he did, but
Okay.
obviously because he's used to that, like used to doing drugs and stuff like that. Like, he can contain it. He
Was
can
this
like
the second? You said you hung out with him 3 times total,
Yeah.
correct? Was it the first, second, or third time you hung out with him?
second time.
And then, so you went the second time you're with
The
this
first
guy.
time was like a
you're-
movie date.
Were you movie date in public?
Yeah.
Or you went over to Netflix and chill?
No. I went.
Second
to,
date, you went to his place though.
Yes, and he got
And you
like dinner
didn't-
for me. That was really nice. Like
didn't
he had dinner for me. Like we went to the hot tub. Like I obviously had my bikini. He had like his swim trunks, and we were.
That's when you
and-
showered naked.
No.
That was the third date. Wait, the third date was the naked shower.
Yeah, you know what, guys? Oh my
You're
god.
so.
Why do you keep measuring me?
Which
Please
one was the mall date? 'Cause
don't
you know how to
forget, this is why she has
shower
a
together,
this is why she has
all
a
of
therapist.
us.
She needs to vent this all out.
Yeah, guys, come on.
So
You're my therapist. Hello.
This is
Just kidding.
welcome to the
wild.
whatever intervention podcast.
And what I didn't like is like he looked at me in the eyes. I'm not joking. He's like, "It's normal.
What?
It's okay. It's you're gonna get over this."
That's some demonic.
yeah. I was
crap.
like,
well,
but
maybe he was trying to
That's
like.
how
calm you
spiritual men are, though.
down
They,
or
yeah,
something.
that's how they
It's
try
like-
to calm you down. But
I'm
I
just
would
like-
see how you would take that in a way where you were in
I
the
was.
state
That's
of
when it like kind of
paranoia
triggers
and-
me and like kind of being like, oh my god, like I'm scared. Like I was really
Well,
scared.
it sounds like you're having like.
Instead of like comforting me, instead of being like, hey, like it's okay, like hugging me, like hey, it's fine, like petting me. No, he literally like was in a distance to me, and he looked at me when I was on the floor, and he's like, it's normal. You know, like it's
As,
He's a
wait,
good
as if
guy.
he like did something to it, so
I
he
think-
knows
yeah,
like,
exactly.
that, like that
That's-
you're supposed to be. Yeah.
yeah, like
That
I
makes-
was scared. And afterward, he literally like he forgave me. I was like, I'm so sorry. Like I got really like, you know, I almost like was freaking out. And then afterwards, he literally like sent me this whole like paragraph later on, getting mad. He's like, you could have called the cops. Like, oh my god, I could have got ruined. My whole career could have like I built this from the ground up. Blah blah blah. And then he sends me a
Wait,
text.
did you call the cops?
No, I didn't. I called my best friend on
But you were
FaceTime.
Okay, because I mean, perhaps in the moment you had a fear that he
Yeah, dude. Like if you're
laced the lollipop, I guess, but it sounds like you were just having an edible like.
Who knows, anything could have
green out
fentanyl in
panic
it
attack.
nowadays.
yeah.
True.
Instead
I
of like
don't-
cuddling me or something like that, tell me it's okay. Like let's get your clothes ready. No, dude. Like he didn't do
But
any of that.
you were freaking the fuck out,
Yeah.
weren't you? Because this is why I actually don't smoke weed. When I was very young, I was 17 in high school.
Yeah.
It was maybe the 7th. I smoked weed a couple times. It was actually fine.
Yeah.
But then one time I smoked it. I don't know if it was a strain or I smoked too much, but I freaked the fuck out. Full blown panic attack. I was having hallucinations, like intense, like physical hallucinations, and it was weed. But I don't know what it was. In any
Me
case,
too.
haven't smoked weed since I was 17, whatever. But like, I was freaking the fuck out. So I don't think it was laced. I just think it was it was edible, and that was probably, I don't know.
Yeah.
Some people it just happens.
Yeah, I've
Yeah.
heard from a lot of people
It's
that they
yeah.
have like these strange experiences on weed. They have panic attacks.
Panic
Yeah.
attacks, yeah.
You can have, I mean,
I
it's psychoactive, so you can definitely have some weird shit going on, but you probably just had like a panic attack.
Yeah.
And
That's like whenever I green out, I just feel like I'm not myself. Like
Yeah.
I
You
like an
disassociate.
out of body. Yeah, I
That's why I don't
literally
do that anymore.
disassociate.
Don't
Like
do
I think if you
drugs.
have anxiety, like that triggers it.
don't
Like that makes
don't
it
even
worse.
start drugs.
don't,
in
don't,
that
don't
way.
Don't
smoke
do
weed.
drugs.
Don't
Please
smoke
don't.
weed
Yeah,
if you
guys.
have
No, me
anxiety.
too.
If
Yeah,
you
please
have,
don't.
Please
if you
don't
have
start.
like a
Please don't
anxious
start.
personality or you have
Yeah.
panic attacks, do not
not.
smoke weed. I know it helps.
If
I
you
guess
do
some
smoke
people-
weed, you have to know what you can handle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Too.